And then you say, well, look, and what happens if, in terms of geopolitical conflicts, etc., what happens if war breaks out in the Middle East or whatever, I mean, however you define that? You've got to make sure that you don't pay anything for that premium, that war premium. So when you buy it, make sure you get that a free option of geopolitical uncertainty, erupting. If that makes sense. You just don't go investing and based on what you think is going to happen geopolitically. You might get it right a few times, but you'll come a gutser eventually. It's too hard. It's too hard. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here, folks.
But the thing is, once war breaks out, the premium is then closed. Sorry, not the premium. The gap between perception and reality then gets closed. What we're investing for is something where you've got a baseline reality that is already a disconnect. So if our baseline reality, for example, with tanker stocks, is a disconnect without war, sans war, we don't need war for that to take place. Now we can run sort of probabilities on a war scenario and say, is that negative for us? Does that cause a greater risk to us, or is it positive? And in most of our portfolio, unfortunately, it's a positive. I say unfortunately because none of us want war. But so then it's just it's a nice to have. It's a cherry on the cake, which we don't need. It's not our entire thesis. It's not even our thesis. It's simply a variable that you bring in to ascertain the risk. And if it's a positive variable, which it is in many instances, then you go, okay, well, now I can just sleep better at night, not worry so much that I'm going to wake up in the morning and hear that Iran's drone striking Israel or America's brought in warships into the Gulf and they're looking to take out Iran or whatever the fuck it is, right? So if that scenario plays out, you're going to wake up and you're going to look at your portfolio and you'll understand something's happened. It's going to be good for your portfolio, probably bad for humanity, but that's the way it is. It's better than being bad for humanity and bad for your portfolio. We can't control something, so we can control to some extent our portfolios. So that's the way to look at it, in my opinion.
Very good. Reallocation. Hi, team. First, a personal thank you for your time. I have been a member since 21 and love every second of it. Your quotes are really great and have changed my thinking in this short period. I wasn't able to put larger sums of money in the portfolio for the last 3 years, so I have a portfolio more or less fixed for 3 years with some little adjustments on the margin. Now I think I will have some extra cash in about 6 months or so. What to do? I have positions up 3 to 7-fold, like Tidewater, uranium tankers, Argentina, coal, etc., and some underperformers like battery metals. Do I allocate equally just to what is working or the underperformers? It is really difficult to buy, say, Tidewater when it already represents almost 8% of my portfolio. You created a lot of tax problems for me, and I thank you for that. That's from Matea.
How do we answer these questions?